Hey, what's up everyone? Grimsy Finds here. I'm back with another eBay video. So I haven't really done an eBay announcement video or anything like that since I posted that I put my 2 weeks notice and left my job. So I wanted to do a 3 months reflection to see, number one, if I would still decide to leave my job for eBay. Number two, what are some struggles and some perks of selling on eBay full-time, and number three, advice for people contemplating making this move of doing eBay as a full-time job, or not just eBay, Amazon or whatever. Make sure you watch the video to see me comment on those 3 points, and let's get to it. So let's tackle number one. So for number one, would I still leave my full-time working job to sell on eBay full-time? My answer is yes. So why do I decide that? Because where I was at, it wasn't, not to get too much into it, but where I was at, there was too much stress. I mean, my doctor advised me to leave. I had stress levels, etc., right? And then obviously, I mean, it's just a 9 to 5. It feels like, you know, you're gonna be stuck there forever. And I was there for 11 years and I didn't really progress much. And I tried to progress, but they never gave me the chance to move up, I felt. So I just chose to leave and step in a different direction. On to the number two, you know, is there any negatives, and what are the perks? So for the negatives, the reason, so sometimes I do second guess my decision is because eBay sales sometimes could be, you know, like this, and then sometimes it could be like this. So a lot of times, you know, on the great times, you're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm making so much money, and then it goes back down. It's just like a roller coaster going like that. And if eBay could just stay consistent, that'd be great. But I'm not the only one facing these issues. A lot of eBay sellers overall are facing these up and downs, and not really sure why this is happening to everyone, but it's just a fact that's happening. And because of this, you have to find other avenues to make money. So, you know, YouTube is one of them if you have enough subscribers or whatever. And number two is maybe selling on a different platform, like, you know, Amazon, OfferUp, etc., right? And I am very thankful for conventions, because that's some things that sometimes get me out of the hole. Because conventions, I mean, it's just right there, you make a ton of money, and it's local, or sometimes it's local, right? Not all the time, but it's just money right there, and it's not like you have to sit for it to sell. But not to say that it's bad to sit on stuff. You're expected to sit on stuff. You're not going to sell everything overnight. And then a perk, though, is that, I mean, you make your own schedule. You decide when you want to work. You decide how you want to do things. You decide, you know, what kind of flow you want to do, any marketing you want to do. For example, I did some business cards and stickers. I kind of already announced those things. By the way, if you buy anything on my eBay store, you get those 2 things for free. Just let me know you're a reviewer and I will send them to you. That's a perk. And then, you know, just the stress levels are way lower. I mean, yes, you are still going to stress. Yes, there's some difficult times. Like I told you, there's an up and down for eBay, like sales. So you are going to stress a little bit, but it's different. It's not drama filled and all this other stuff. So basically my advice would be, going for number three, is if you are unhappy where you're at and, you know, you're having health issues and stuff like that, I would definitely contemplate doing what you want to do. So when I did talk to my doctor, they told me, you know, do what makes you happy, and this is what made me happy. I like going out finding treasure. I like, you know, sourcing. It's one of the best things I love about this business. You get to work from home, and you also get to, you know, make your own business, which is awesome. Some advice maybe for those that are contemplating it. So before you do anything, make sure you have, number one, some saved revenue, because you need to buy collections, you need to go garage selling, you need to go to estate sales, you need to go thrift stores, you need to do all that. You still need a source. Number two, have a backstock of inventory, have some amount of backstock of inventory. So when I left, I still had a huge backlog of video game stuff and other stuff that I accumulated over the years, because my full-time job did not allow me to sell a lot of these things because I didn't have the time. So I did accumulate a lot. I also have trading cards. I have a closet full of sealed product. Like it's just crazy. So I have accumulated a lot, which allowed me to have stuff to list on eBay. And that's the next advice I would say, is you have to list every day. A lot of people think that you know that you want to list everything right now because right now is you want to get the money now, but that's not how it works. Just like YouTube algorithm requires you to post and be active consistently, eBay is the same way. It's just a search engine. It requires you to be active every single day or as much as possible. When you put that work in, you do get sales out of it. A lot of people, when they search an item, it'll pop up, you know, your listing over someone else's. Another thing I've learned is sometimes you promote your listings, and then I know that's another chunk out of the eBay fees you're gonna get, but I mean, you decide on the percentage. So most of my listings use 2% promotion. That is the lowest that is required, and I did notice a little more uptake on my sales when I use promoted listings. And that's not to say you have to use it. For a good 2 months I did not use promoted listings because I didn't really know if it was going to work or not, or how much they take or whatever. That's just something I took with learning. And then watch YouTube videos, watch eBay YouTubers out there. There's a lot of them, like Shed Flips is one of them that I watch frequently. They give good advice, and you kind of see what they source, and you learn from what they sell, etc. When you go on garage sales, you know what to look for. So one thing I learned from watching, you know, YouTubers like Shed Flips is American Girl dolls. Like, I would have in the past never picked up an American Girl like this because, I mean, to me it looks like a $5 doll, you know. But learning and sourcing and watching these YouTube videos makes you learn by just watching, and it's an incredible thing. But anyways, I'm getting long-winded. I just wanted this to be a short video, and hopefully my 2 cents helps you guys out on your business, and hopefully I do another reflection and I don't regret my decision, right? For right now, I mean, I'm the type of person that when I make a decision, I'm gonna go with it full throttle. So even if I am struggling and, you know, I would have been better off in my job, I'm not gonna regret my decision because I went with this decision full force, and whatever outcome comes out of it is my own doing. So, and like I said, I mean, it was just a job, and there's a bunch of other jobs I can possibly get. I can go apply right now and probably get a job at a store or whatever. You know, it might pay minimum wage, but I can still get a job. I'd rather try to do eBay as an avenue because, I mean, had I not tried it, I would always be doubting myself, you know, can I do it? Can I do it? And right now I have been doing it. And just for those of you that are curious, you know, I am making about the same I was at my full-time job previously right now on eBay. I mean, again, it has its variance. Sometimes I make more, sometimes I make a little less, but it's pretty much flat set on what I used to make at my previous job and what I make now. I'm trying to get that numbers up, and the way I'm doing that is listing 12 items a day because, again, activity is important. So that's what I'm doing on eBay right now. I'm still sourcing. Actually, I increased my sourcing days, so I might start doing estate sales on Thursdays more often, and if there's garage sales on Thursday, but definitely Friday garage sales, Saturday garage sales, and maybe even Sunday light garage sales or estate sales on Sunday. But anyways, guys, hopefully that advice helped you guys. Until next check-in, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks, guys.